White glittering marble of Makrana, a majestic dome in the center with tall minarets on the four corners. Brilliant flower and geometric patterns carved on milky white stone. Those typical Indo-Islamic jhalar patterns on the windows. This monument is a maqbara, a mausoleum made in the memory of a woman. A monument aiming to match the grandness of Taj Mahal, but in the end becoming a poor look-alike. The love behind this mausoleum is no less intense than the pain of a king suffered by the loss of his beloved wife. This is the Bibi Ka Maqbara of Aurangabad, built by the Mughal prince Azim Shah in 1660 as a living tribute to his mother Rabia Durrani, one of the wives of Aurangzeb. I had come down to Aurangabad to show Ajanta and Ellora caves to my family and decided to visit the Bibi Ka Maqbara, which I had missed the last time here. The Ellora caves are an impressive complex of Buddhist, Hindu and Jain cave temples built between the 6th and 10th century AD. Ajanta and Ellora caves are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and often misunderstood as a single complex. While Ellora is 30 kilometers from Aurangabad, Ajanta caves are 100 kilometers away from the city in a different direction. Work on Ellora caves was started around 550 AD, at a time when Buddhism was declining in India and Hinduism was beginning to reassert itself. The Brahminical movement was especially powerful under the patronage of the Chalukya and Rashtrakuta kings, who oversaw most of work at Ellora, including the magnificent Kailasha temple built in the 700s. The last period of building activity took place in the 10th century when the local kings moved from Shaivism to the Digambara sect of Jainism. In all, there are 34 caves in Ellora. First 12 are Buddhist caves, next 17 are Hindu caves, and the last 5 are Jain caves. Cave 6 was carved around 600 AD and is home to two of the finest sculptures at Ellora. On the left is goddess Tara with an intense but kind expression. Opposite her, on the right, is Mahamayuri, the Buddhist goddess of learning, shown with her peacock. The Buddhist cave section of Ellora is different from the all Buddhist Ajanta caves in a few ways. Ellora happens to have some multi-story caves which are missing in Ajanta. Ajanta, along with the beautiful stonework, also has some brilliant paintings on the walls and ceilings of these caves. Among the Buddhist section in Ellora caves, Cave 10 is the most magnificent with beautiful carvings on stone. Hindu cave section starts from cave 13 up to cave 29. Cave 14 is also known as Ravan Ki Khai, as this cave has a wall panel in which Ravana is trying to shake Mount Kailasha, the abode of Lord Shiva. This cave has some finely detailed carvings like the Varaha avatar of Lord Vishnu, 7 fertility goddesses, Saptamatrikas holding chubby babies on their laps, Nataraja, the dancing Shiva, Shiv Parvati playing Chaucer, Mahishasur Mardayini, goddess Durga slaying Mahishasur. Cave 15 was a former Buddhist cave adopted by the Hindus and is called the Dasavatara cave. In front of this two-storied cave is the Nandi Mandapa, which signifies that this cave is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The ground floor is average, but the top floor has some of the best sculptures of Ellora. Along the right wall are a sequence of panels showing 5 out of the 10 incarnations or avatars of Lord Vishnu, which gives this cave its name, Dasavatara. The most notable and the most impressive cave of Ellora is Cave 16, and in fact it is not a cave but a complete temple carved out of solid rock, patterned closely on the freestanding temples of that time. It represents Mount Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva, and is called the Kailashnath or the Kailasha temple. It originally had a thick coat of white plaster to make it look like a snowy mountain. Its construction is believed to have been started by the Rashtrakuta king Krishna I. The construction was a feat of human genius. It entailed removal of 250,000 tons of rock, took 100 years to complete, and covers an area double the size of Parthenon in Athens. In the middle stands a temple, and on its three sides is a gallery structure with the ground floor having many panels from Hindu scriptures. At the bottom of the temple structure, a number of animals like elephants, lions, and mythical creatures are carved, which gives an impression that they are carrying the temple on their backs. On the northern side of the cave, a small shrine is dedicated to river goddesses Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. The north gallery mainly has panels which showcase various stories related to Lord Shiva. Notable among them are the panels in which Shiv and Parvati are playing Chaucer and Shiv is asking Parvati to play one more game. In another panel, Ravan is shown sacrificing his 9 heads to the Shiv Lingam. On the south side of the temple, the story of Ravana shaking Kailasha is carved. Opposite it, in the southern gallery, are various panels related to Lord Vishnu. These panels depict the various incarnations of Lord Vishnu: the Varaha avatar, the Vaman avatar, the Narsimha avatar. The temple compound also has a main pillar and 2 massive elephants on both sides of the temple. Page 21, also called Rameswara, has some fine sculptures including a pair of river goddesses, door guardians, loving couples, and various panels based on mythical themes. The refinement of the caves gets more noticeable as we move ahead. Cave 25 features a panel of sun god Surya driving his chariot towards the dawn. Cave 29 is the last Hindu cave and has pairs of stone lions guarding its 3 staircases. The Jain caves date from the late 800s and contain some exceptionally detailed artwork. The best among these is Cave 32, the Indra Sabha, a miniature of Kailasha temple adapted to Jain religious themes. Next to the Ellora caves is the Krishneshwar temple, one of the Jyotirlings dedicated to Lord Shiva. Keep following up my travels as I move ahead to Ajanta Caves. Signing off, Ashish.